I think there's a lot I need to be filled in on. Whoa! That was so fancy. I shouldn't be surprised though, we're French.
This is how all French people get around. Expedition 33 goes beyond being just a game. It's an experience.
Was that the Eiffel Tower all twisty? No!
From start to finish, it has you constantly asking questions. And its opening hour, no, its opening minutes leave you thinking long after you've played them.
I'm so curious what that whole 34 situation is in the distance.
The story of Clair Obscur begins with Gustave, who despite his age is something of an old scholar in Lumière. He's throwing rocks instead of facing his ex-girlfriend, who he hasn't spoken with in 4 years.
A flower for Sophie. Okay, so who is this Sophie?
His ward, a younger girl called Maëlle, is the one who convinces him to get a move on and go find her before it's too late.
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
Late for what exactly? Well, the game opens in the city of Lumière on the day of the Gommage. If, like my girlfriend, you don't speak French, then you might think this is some kind of celebration or holiday. The tragedy being that, in a way, it kind of is.
Gommage seems like it's important, but I don't know what it means yet.
The gathering of people and flowers seems to suggest as much, but there's this air of melancholy that just won't seem to go away. My girlfriend can't shake the feeling that something bad is looming on the horizon, and unfortunately, she's about to learn how right she is.
Everyone is sad, but also happy.
Following some rooftop grappling and a quick tutorial battle, Gustave tracks down Sophie and the two reconnect.
I think this is like a romantic moment.
It's clear they both still love each other, but something came between them and they spent the past 4 years apart. She could do some digging by talking to people around the square about what the heck is going on here, but really, the only way to go is forwards.
There's a lot going on, but I feel like she's not gonna be okay, and I'm already attached to her.
After talking to a few more folks in town, the duo make their way down to the harbor. My girlfriend learns what a gommage actually is.
What's happening? This is scary.
For those who don't know, it's the French word for erase.
Wait, people are disappearing. No, Sophie, no. No, Sophie. Goodbye, Sophie. Oh, poor Gustave.
The citizens of Lumière are all cursed to disappear when the Paintress changes the number on her monolith across the sea. Each year it counts down and the citizens' lifespans are becoming shorter and shorter because of it.
Holy shit. I have so many questions.
As is tradition in Lumière, the night after the Gommage, there's a celebration thrown for the expedition, and in this case, the titular Expedition 33.
So he's leaving.
The purpose of the expedition is to send those who are 1 year away from their own Gommage on a quest across the sea to try and defeat the Paintress and prevent her from lowering the number further and erasing more citizens.
So they're the 33s, and the other ones were the 34s?
You weirdo.
Yeah, right. Enjoy myself.
Well, he's freaking sad. Sophie's gone.
The bad news is that these expeditions have been at it for over 60 years, so enthusiasm for them is in decline, and their number of volunteers has dwindled.
Oh my god. Wait, so if they don't figure this out, it could kill like 10-year-olds and a 9-year-old, and then just like, no one's gonna be left.
Gustave is one of the people who's decided to spend his last year fighting the Paintress, and with that, he may as well make the most of his last night in his home.
She's also barefoot.
She's the barefoot one.
Oh, was she the one playing the music?
Yeah.
That's Lune. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
My girlfriend can talk to folks to learn a little more about the expeditions, get a new haircut, and even have another duel with Maëlle.
Congratulations, you beat a teenager.
Maëlle is interesting because unlike the rest of the expedition who are all 32, she's only 16.
She's going too, but I don't think she's 33.
She's joining them on the expedition because Gustave is the closest thing she has to family, and would rather help him in his mission than stay behind and spend the next 9 years years living alone.
Okay, so she's
You don't
22? No, 24?
It's a lot to read.
Have to do a lot of math in this
Lumiere
game.
out there is better than mine.
At this point, my girlfriend's hooked by this story. We're on a quest to defeat the Paintress and save Lumière, to avenge our recently erased girlfriend, and build a brighter future for our cute-as-a-button apprentices. She, Gustave, and the rest of the expedition are going to be the ones to break the cycle and change the world for those who come after.
They're going! They're going!
To you.
Expedition
Expedition
33. I have chills.
At least that's what she thought. But after they touched down on the beach, she learned exactly what kind of game she was in for.
You're old.
Yeah.
How did you survive the Gommage?
I feel like he's from a previous expedition or something.
Which expedition are you from?
Our leader! No!
Go back!
What the fuck just happened?
By some miracle, Gustave wakes up alive and in a completely new location called the Spring Meadows. He's still able to continue his quest, but what about the rest of the expedition?
Oh, it's beautiful.
The only way to find out what happened to them is to head for the nearest rendezvous point and see who made it out alive.
As far as I know, everyone got wiped out. I hope there are survivors. It sounds like there was like a point everyone planned to meet at, so I feel like I want to see if I can figure out where that is.
We gotta find the rally point.
The
there.
rally point, yeah.
The journey there isn't without obstacles, though, and Gustave has to battle creatures called Nevrons to make it through the meadows.
Whoa! What is this guy?
This is the first taste of real combat, not just playful sparring with a girl half his age. Mechanically, Gustave's prosthetic arm is an important part of his battle capabilities. As he uses attacks and abilities, he generates charges for his arm, and he can release them in a burst for big damage in fights.
Bye-bye!
It's a fairly simple mechanic to wrap her head around, and a good set of training wheels for my girlfriend's journey to come. Aside from the enemy Nevrons between my girlfriend and her destination, the path is strewn with the corpses of previous failed expeditions. It lends some weight to the folks who talked to us like we were already dead back in Lumière, that so many expedition journeys came to an end this early.
What the hell? Oh my gosh.
That being said, that's the message at the heart of the expedition's mantra. When one falls, we continue.
What happened? Is this the meeting point? Oh no.
All that aside, Gustave, who seemed optimistic at the outset of this journey, has had his faith firmly shaken by all this.
Oh my god, Gustave! Gustave! But he always had hope.
He may be ready to give up, but thankfully he's not the sole survivor of Expedition 33.
You do that. We both die.
Lune! Where did she come from?
We're the only ones left.
Oh my
You don't
god.
get to die.
She's so cool.
In a traditional JRPG, learning the battle system is half the game. Once you figure out how combat works, the next step is finding synergies between your different party members.
Okay. Come on, Lune, what you got, girl? Elemental stains. 5 stains. Ice, fire, lightning, earth, and light. Ooh.
Expedition 33 takes this up a notch by having each character come equipped with their own unique battle systems to learn. My girlfriend just sort of assumed all characters would utilize a similar charge system to Gustave, but Expedition 33 is more special than that.
Oh, so the different nephrons will take more damage if they're weak to something. Okay.
Lune, along with all future additions to her team, will have their own different systems and mechanics that match their personality and fit uniquely into the game's combat.
Nice, good work, guys. See, this is why we can't give up hope.
It's a little overwhelming, especially for someone who's new to RPGs, but I think the game does a nice job of introducing new characters at a pace that allows her to learn how they work.
Gustave has to hustle to keep up with her. Ha ha ha
On the topic of learning new things, I want to tell you all about today's sponsor, Boot.dev. Yes, we're back with Boot.dev this week and are super excited to be partnering with them again since we have a lot of fun with their service. I'm an aspiring young apprentice, okay? For those who don't already know, the folks at Boot.dev have gamified the process of learning to program. They cover popular languages like Python, SQL, and Go, all while having tailored the experience to be fun. And then Gandalf has a power level over 9,000. Taryn, you gotta love the humor. I wonder how much power Gandalf the White had. I've been working my way through the Python course and decided to bring Taryn along for the ride. Why is this more fun than some of the games I make you play, Taryn? Ironically, it turns out she's a lot better at this stuff than I am.
So I feel like...
Main is not defined.
So just cut this top one and just paste it down below. Just see what that does. Do run.
I don't know why I was overcomplicating that.
I don't know why. We just had to have defined first.
Apparently, you're the better program. You should be running Python. Each course lets you demo the full experience for free, so you can give them a try before committing to the full program. On top of that, Boot.dev has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can feel comfortable giving it a shot without risk to see whether it's a good fit for you. You can use our code BOYMEETSGIRL to get 25% off your first year on the annual plan. Links and info will all be down in the description box below, so that you can start leveling up today. Now let's get back to the expedition. Gustave and Lune will be a duo for the time being, but a message left behind for them suggests that Maël may not be far.
What if it's a trap?
How does
man
the
on
thing
beach.
know
It's a
Mael's
lead.
name, though?
Our only lead.
They track her down to the flying waters, and at its center, they find a strange door to a mansion. After some poking around, they find Maël inside.
Oh!
Finally reunited with his ward, Gustave can turn his attention back to their main mission to defeat the Paintress.
What the fuck is this thing?
With him. He's been helping me a lot.
Before they leave the mansion, my girlfriend's given a quick tutorial on jump counters from a being known as the Curator, who was watching over Maël in our absence.
The Curator.
Just trained
So far, my girlfriend's been doing her best to dodge and parry enemy attacks, but the jump counter gave her a nice taste of what counterattacks could be like if she could start parrying consistently.
The whole team is jumping!
This tutorial definitely planted the seed for her inevitable breakup with the dodge button down the line from now.
Damn.
With Maël in tow, she's got a full team of 3 for combat.
That's creepy.
3 party members is a nice healthy power spike for this area and comes with more opportunities to attack.
For those who come after.
Nice! He spit out Maël! Welcome back, girly!
The game knows this though and prepares accordingly by having the boss of this area focus strictly on team attacks.
Watch out!
Ah!
You're right.
Good eyeballs, Lune. He has 3 heads!
It only attacked when...
Oh, he's mad about the rose. Is this like a Beauty and the Beast situation? Goblu! So Goblu jumped, and that was bad news.
Team attacks are some of the more dangerous since the whole party gets hurt if you mess them up. That said, they're also super rewarding since the whole party gets to counterattack if you pull them off correctly. There you go.
I made Maël proud!
Holy shit. Without a lead on how to cross the rest of the ocean to make it to the Paintress's monolith, they opt to take the advice of Noko, a friendly gestural who suggests they visit his village just past the ancient sanctuary.
How does Maël know all the locals?
It's really my girlfriend's best option, so that's where we're headed next. There are plenty of other optional areas around that she can explore, but they all have red text and say danger, so she had an aversion to going near them.
Do I dodge that or jump it
You
or?
can dodge that or parry it. The ancient sanctuary is filled with enemies weak to fire attacks, and thankfully my girlfriend's been leaning heavily into attacks that inflict burn with her party. Maël and Luna have a nice combo of skills that play off each other well, and stacking the debuff was a good way to handle most of the enemies here.
Woo! That one, the delay was huge.
That guy was winding up on you.
I was so nervous.
The Gestural Village is the first sign of civilization we've seen since leaving Lumière, albeit these are a bunch of talking paintbrushes, but there's bound to be at least one human if my girlfriend looks hard enough.
Wait, she's human. Yo, I remember her from the boat. Oh, this is freaking hilarious. Wait, but she's an expeditioner.
Reunited with CL, she has more than the max number of players that a single party can allow. She's free to swap members in and out to whatever team comp she liked, and since CL was new and Gustav has been around since the start, she figured he could warm the bench for a bit and let the girls lead the charge.
Everyone's nerding out. Oh, geez, Mael, what's going on, honey? What the hell? Who is this?
Alicia. I told you to stay home.
Alicia.
It's not good for you to see this.
White-haired man. Who are you?
This is your only warning.
Oh, jeez.
This isn't the only nightmare that Mael will have at camp, but for now it's difficult to understand what any of them mean as they're very cryptic. They have this French New Wave feel to them that almost feel like they were directed by Truffaut or Godard. Even my girlfriend picked up on this with their change in aspect ratio. Like Cleo from 5 to 7, she'll just have to keep waiting for a prognosis on what it all means.
More nightmares.
The goal is still to cross the water, and our plan is to ask Esquier for help. I'll be honest, I've played the game 3 times now, and I'm still not entirely sure what he's supposed to be. He's kind of this giant Victorian printed marshmallow. By that description alone, my girlfriend loved him.
He seems nice.
I like her.
The team agrees to help him track down his rock in exchange for his help traveling the sea.
So Francois stole Flory.
Francois is located deep
One small
in
favor, am I
Nevron-infested
right?
territory, right?
Oh no. He's right next door. Over there.
Oh.
Francois'
Oh.
my name.
We now have a better way of traversing the overworld, and although we may not be able to swim, Esquier can break rocks blocking our path forwards.
Oh my gosh. He was plowed through.
The Stone Wave Cliffs is the location of Esquier's rock, and coincidentally the final area of the game's opening act. There are some tough enemies in this area, and they really put what my girlfriend learned so far to the test. Was that just dumb luck? What just happened?
These guys just make sense to me.
The boss of this area is the Lamp Master, and an important part of this battle involves the use of free aim.
Ew.
All right, let's get
Hey,
out.
what's up, Gustav? Long time no see.
I haven't really gotten a chance to talk about it at length since my girlfriend's been neglecting the mechanic, but this fight is really where it's time for her to start making proper use of it. Basically, each turn she can spend a character's AP to take a shot at the enemy. The extra damage can be nice, but overall the main benefit to doing this is that enemies have certain weak points that my girlfriend can target with her shots to weaken them or do some extra damage.
Cutscene, cutscene. Oh, baby. Did we just send it into the ocean?
Easier than expected.
Hey, don't jinx us. No need to invite Miss.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't see any stones.
What's happening?
Oh, no.
Misfortune.
In the Lamp Master's case, the lanterns can be turned off to not have to deal with the lamp attack each turn. The real value of free aim comes about in its second phase though, where it'll show a pattern on its 4 lamps, and then my girlfriend and her party will need to hit the lamps in that order or risk a big punish attack if they fail. This second phase becomes significantly easier once she figures out how the lamp works.
Nice.
With the light extinguished and the rock returned to Esquier, the group finally has the means to cross the water.
Oh, thank God. Is there a phase 3? Please tell me there's not a phase 3.
For the first time since that tragic landing on the beach, it seemed like Gustav has that glimmer of hope in his eyes again. And he and Mael decide to throw rocks to celebrate.
I need to get a new outfit for Gustav.
Unfortunately, things can never be that easy.
It's not about the rock. It's more about.
What? Wait, did he just kill Gustav? What?
Run.
The strange old man from the beach has tracked down our group and intends to put an end to what's left of the expedition for good. To make matters worse, the Lamp Master still has some fight in it and has Luna and CL pinned. My girlfriend and Gustav have to fight this Grim Reaper themselves in order to protect Mael.
Wait, we have to fight the white-haired man? my god!
He puts up a noble fight, but even with a fully charged arm, all he can muster is slowing him down for those who come after.
What? What is going on here? It fell off! The arm fell off! Mael! Honey!
For those who come after.
No, Gustav!
Right?
Gustav, don't you dare!
For a moment, it seems like Gustav's sacrifice all might be for naught, as the strange man goes after Mael next.
What just happened?
It's been a while.
What? Wait a second!
Stay out of this. You chose to walk away. You don't get to come back now and interfere.
He has gray hair too. They all have been aging.
You've lived more than a lifetime. It's time to let her go.
He holds him off long enough for Mael to escape with Lune, but tragically, our team closes out the first act with one less Gustav than we started with.
Gustav! I did not see that coming! Who is this stranger? I have more questions than answers.
Still reeling from the tragic loss of Gustav, who, by the way, up until this point, my girlfriend was convinced was the main character, our party is left unsure of what to do next.
And I can't even see how upset Lune is because she's wearing the glasses.
Gustav was the inventor of the Lumina Converter, basically the tool we've been using to convert defeated enemies into leveled up Pictos, and he had it on him when he died.
We lost the Lumina converter, so
It's okay, we can think about that later.
By some miracle, the stranger who rescued Mael found us and brought it to us.
Hi.
This seemed important.
The Lumina Converter! Oh my god! Please don't throw it!
This is Verso, a member of Expedition Zero, aka the First Expedition, and also someone who shares our goal of taking down the Paintress.
Expedition Zero. But how are you alive and not...
Old? I don't know exactly.
He's going to be subbing in for Gustav, so let's get him equipped and leveled up through all these tiers. Now that SGA can swim, we're able to travel to other islands on the continent.
He's swimming.
There's some scary stuff out in the water, but aside from a few quick stops to buy fashion from traders, my girlfriend continues towards the monolith. It's here in the Forgotten Battlefield where Verso asked my girlfriend if she's been using her gradient counters. She's like, of course I haven't. No one taught me how to do them.
Gradient counter. Oh, jeez.
The good news is that's exactly what Verso's here to do.
Whoa, Verso is fancy.
You gotta love that the game is still introducing new mechanics this deep into the story. Gradient counters aren't too hard to learn. They're basically just super parries with big counterattacks that are mostly to look cool and make you feel cool doing them.
I'm not sure that I'm a fan of that. I'm adding that in.
The window to land them is quite generous, so they're actually easier than your regular parries, which she's been practicing a lot of. Many of the enemies in this area have gradient attacks to give her some practice with them, which is nice because she'll soon learn that bosses love to do these attacks.
So...
These enemies are a step up from the ones she's run into so far, but she explained that it felt like this game was designed with mistakes as part of the combat. What she means is that she'd spend the first half of a fight on the back foot doing a lot more healing and reviving than attacking as she tried to learn the parry patterns.
My health said not today.
But by the end of a fight, she'd be confident enough in the timings that she could counterattack almost every hit and encounter. The boss fight at the end of this area was the perfect case study in her growth as a player, as her battle with the duelist was easily one of the highlights from her entire playthrough.
Ready?
We had to fight in blood all casual like.
I think part of what made it so memorable for her was that it was the moment where she fully embraced the combat and really adopted its flow.
So satisfying.
Maybe it's just the Dark Souls sleeper agent in her waking up at the sight of the Pontiff, but it's not a bad thing considering this is the most Souls-like of the bosses she's seen so far.
Please tell me no. Please tell me no. Motherfucker! Oh! Now it's fire and dark?
Please survive.
That's like dancer shit right there.
Something that's become available since our party grew greater than 3 is the reserve team. When the main line falls, she's given the option to send in the reserve team to try and finish an encounter with her leftover party members.
Bring in the reserve.
Verso hasn't gotten much use yet since joining her team, but this was his chance to win her over and prove that he was worthy of Gustav's spot on the roster. Oh, Taryn!
What is this? Whoa! Everyone came back to help! He's using his own sword!
Nice job. What a photo finish, Tay.
My heart!
Having proven his worth in that boss battle, my girlfriend is finally ready to let Verso take Gustav's place. Somewhat fittingly, just past the arena where they fought the duelist is a spot where the team lays Gustav to rest themselves.
Oh, this looks like Sekiro. Yo, look at that. With like the red tree, the maple tree, and the swords in the ground.
Everyone gives a heartfelt goodbye to their lost friend and comrade, and my girlfriend promises to defeat the Paintress in his honor.
For those who come after.
Having Verso in the party comes with the perk of having someone who knows what the hell's going on finally. The only drawback is that he doesn't tell us everything he knows, much to my girlfriend's annoyance. She can tell he isn't letting on all the details, and there are plenty of times she wished she could reach through the screen and wring some answers out of him.
This means something to all of them, but I'm clueless.
Regardless, he's got a plan to help us get to the Paintress. We need to head to Old Lumiere and attack her heart to weaken the barrier she's erected around the monolith. Before that though, we're gonna make a quick pit stop in Monoko's station to grab one of Verso's friends and our final party member.
I do want a good deal. A French Bob!
It's also here that I decided to help her set up her Pictos because she's getting to the point in the game where she could use the extra firepower. Like literally, you have spent 0 out of 22 of Mael's Luminas.
Yeah.
Like, you can equip stuff. Monoko is a Gestrel, and also the team's Blue Mage. If you haven't played a Final Fantasy game, Blue Mages are the ones who can utilize enemy skills.
Oh, honey.
He's already dead, man! Unlike the rest of the team who level up a skill tree, Monoko unlocks all of his additional skills by defeating enemies and collecting their feet.
The foot? What?
Importantly, Monoko needs to be in the party to learn new skills. And since my girlfriend was still frontlining her girl squad, he got left in the back line with Verso a lot.
Oh! He's a foot guy.
It's the curse of being the last character unlocked in a JRPG. In a way, I guess she's getting the classic experience, but it's a real shame because I really like Monoko and his powers.
We're heading for Old Lumiere.
Okay, bye.
Hey, come on. Hey.
I'm not sure where else to mention it, but Monoko is actually Noko's father too. The little Gestrel that helped us back in Flying Waters. He'll be tagging along too because he wants to see the world and become its best merchant. With our full team filled out, it's finally time to get this show on the road and make way for Old Lumiere. Early on in this area, our group gets separated and she's forced to play with 2 separate parties. Verso and Mael are together, and Monoko ends up with the 2 ladies. At some point during all this, Verso actually ends up ditching Mael, and my girlfriend really struggled with fighting all these enemies solo.
Pressure is just on sometimes where I get so worried in my head about like, if I don't parry this, I'm gonna die, that I then missed the window.
What you didn't realize is that when forming a party, playing with a smaller group size is actually a valid strategy, and many pictos in Lumina exist that buff your character significantly if they're alone in battle. If she would have thrown some of those onto Mael, this section would have been a lot less punishing, but it kind of turned her into a parry master, so I guess in the end it was all worth the headache. Thank God. Oh my God. I thought we were gonna have to watch you fight that like 7 times, Terry.
We were close.
At the end of this section, my girlfriend and Mael stumble upon a manor and finally come face to face with Gustav's killer once again.
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
What? What?
She's reunited with the rest of her team and they're finally ready to get some revenge on this old bastard.
Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this.
We have to fight him? Oh my God.
Renoir is a dangerous opponent, and probably the hardest boss she's dealt with yet. Most notably, his gradient attack wipes party members from combat, which is to say they can't be revived since they're essentially gommaged from the battle. Luckily, it's a gradient attack, which means that not only is the timing forgiving, but that my girlfriend can do some big damage of her own in retaliation. The group has grown a lot stronger since the last time they faced him, but he's still a force to be reckoned with.
Lady Luck smiled today.
Oh, good job, you! Man, the girls were not messing around.
In the aftermath of their battle, he lets out a strike and takes the manor away with him. Once the dust settles, it looks like our main party's okay, but sadly not everyone survived that blast. Group morale is low, and with the manor gone, it's not entirely clear how we're going to get through the Paintress's barrier. An idea comes from an unlikely camp member. The curator can forge a weapon able to break the barrier with the hearts of the axons.
What are axons?
Axons are these transcendent creatures. They're not gods, but they dwarf the Nevrons by comparison.
Much stronger and much more dangerous than Nevrons.
Only 2 of the axons in existence seem feasible to take out with our group's current strength. Visages has been battled already by the expeditions who came before us, and so my girlfriend opts to go there first.
Okay, let's go there because it doesn't say danger.
She can choose to fight it right away or take the branching side paths to battle mini-bosses and weaken him. My girlfriend typically passes on optional stuff like this, so I see it as a major compliment to the game that she went down the alternative paths because she was enamored with how beautiful this area looked.
Man, so imagine for the axon fight.
Extra turns, healing, and exhausting you.
Wow.
The fight is kind of a mess without taking out the masks, so it's a good thing she took the time to do so. Battling the Visages involves 2 phases. The first of which is more of an easier spectacle type of fight with these big sweeping dramatic attacks, and the second phase is where the real battle begins.
He's the real axon.
The Mask Keeper reveals himself to be the true Axon, and she has to throw down with him to get what she came for.
Nothing happened!
If she hadn't taken out his masks in preparation, he'd be healed and buffed each turn. But thankfully, this fight is a straightforward experience once she learned the timing of his attacks.
Yeah! Let's go, girls!
Defeating an Axon was a nice big confidence boost and had her hungry for more.
We did it!
Axon down. Let's bring this to the curator.
Go, Ciel, go!
The next stop is Cyrene, and the Axon is located in the Colosseum. This whole area is riddled with enemies that inflict the Charmed status, which takes control of inflicted characters away from my girlfriend. There's a mini-boss on the way down to the center of the Colosseum that awarded a Picto that gave immunity to Charm, and after equipping it to Lune, she learned how valuable it'd be in this area.
I feel bad taking that one out because, like, they were just sewing, but...
It was a good thing too, because the fight with the Axon is a nightmare without charm immunity. The battle with Cyrene is an elegant spectacle, much like the other Axon. My girlfriend found it significantly easier than Visage's, but if you ask me, that's just because she's growing better as a player.
Good counter!
Either way, she manages to defeat Cyrene and earn her second Axon heart.
Yeah! Look at that cool weapon for Ciel.
With both hearts, the curator can forge us the weapon we need. Coincidentally, it's a rapier for Mael, as if she wasn't OP enough.
Is that just like a buku powerful sword for her?
The Boundary Breaker is the strongest weapon she's got by a mile right now, so Neveron's better watch out. With some final equipment changes and points spent, her preparations are done and she can finally face the Paintress. She rides Esquier right up to the barrier and shatters it so that the rest of the team can pass through unharmed.
That was cool.
It's only here at the base of the monolith that my girlfriend gets to see the true scale of how big the Paintress actually is.
Oh my god, wait, so Expedition Zero literally made it here. We're here, guys, we're here. I was trying to figure out if she's like a giant naked lady or just a giant lady.
As she and her party engage her in battle, all they can even see is her feet. Or maybe she should have had Minoko in the party.
The Paintress! Are we just fighting some toes?
Very quickly, my girlfriend realized she couldn't actually deal damage to the Paintress, at least not in this form.
Nullified? She doesn't react?
So instead of fighting her feet, the team enters the monolith itself and begins to climb to its peak. The ascent up the monolith is by and far the longest level in the game, and in true JRPG fashion, it's a retread of all the enemies and areas she's visited on her journey.
We are inside the monolith, and apparently, this is not the first expedition to do so.
Starting with a Spring Meadows themed area and culminating in a reflection of Old Lumiere, my girlfriend battles her way through an onslaught of souped up, previously fought enemies.
Until I figure out the timings, I'm like, please just hit anybody but Sia.
You're just like, please lay off of Sia if possible. Now at the peak of the monolith, it's finally time for the expedition to confront the Paintress. At least that would be the case if not for Renoir.
I'm not surprised to see him again, honestly.
Yes, Renoir is waiting for our group for a rematch, and as the last line of defense for the Paintress herself. As we've learned from our previous encounters, there's no reasoning with this guy, and like Mael, my girlfriend's ready to settle things with her fists.
Yup.
Renoir uses much of the same tricks that he did in their first battle. He can still gamage her characters, which my girlfriend kind of forgot about and paid dearly for.
Lune's gone!
Learning the lion's attack patterns with her healer wiped from existence proved to be a bit of a chore. She's been rocking a Picto that heals on counterattack, so as long as she parried correctly, she'd have enough sustain to get her through the end of the fight. Once defeated, Renoir and Verso exchange words. Something about the second destruction of the Descender family, to which my girlfriend was like, this whole time I thought Renoir was a surname.
What is going on?
Whatever you want to call him, the guy simply won't go down. It seems like he's going to get away yet again, but at the last moment, the curator appears and stops him dead in his tracks.
Wait, is that the curator?
The two have a one-sided conversation that gets the gears turning in Girl's head.
Is the curator really the dad?
With Mael's hand, the curator helps her gamage Renoir and get rid of him for good.
What? Oh, we just like straight up banished Renoir. He got gamaged.
My girlfriend remains frustrated with Verso for clamming up because she can tell he knows something, but at least we're making some progress here.
Verso, please freaking fill us in. You have so many answers.
Unfortunately, it seems like if she wants more answers, she'll have to go and ask the Paintress herself.
Ladies, there's more questions we can be asking.
After passing through the gate, she can finally exit the inside of the monolith, but now at its summit.
I still have more questions than answers. The gals are not asking enough questions for my taste.
Waiting for her at the pinnacle is the Paintress herself, and seeing her for the first time, my girlfriend begins to put some things together.
Oh, so she's
The Paintress.
the wife and all of the...
Looks like the curator.
Yeah, the curator must be the husband in all of those
You mentioned
memories.
the curator's wife.
As is customary with this story though, for each question she gets answered, she finds 3 more in their place.
Who's he? Renoir? The curator?
Alicia.
The battle with the Paintress is more than just a cool boss fight. It's the sum total of 67 years of expeditions working together to help get her to this moment. Many fell in combat with the hopes that their sacrifice would provide a foothold for those who followed. The grandeur of this battle, looking over Lumiere on the horizon, serves as a reminder to what we're fighting for.
We're fighting the Paintress!
If you're familiar with games like Final Fantasy, you'll know there tends to be a damage cap. 9,999 damage is a very classic cap for this genre of games, and a seasoned player will recognize that once they start consistently hitting the cap, their most valuable attacks are the ones that hit several lines in one move.
So good.
My girlfriend unfortunately doesn't have this experience under her belt, and it takes her literally until the middle of this fight to realize that hitting 8,000 damage 3 times was better than hitting quad 9 once. After carefully whittling her down, a cutscene starts. Was there really any surprise that this fight would have a second phase to it?
Okay. There's either phase 2 now or later.
Yeah, when they don't give you your experience points, you know something's coming.
Uh-huh.
The Paintress takes command of the giantess whose feet my girlfriend was wailing on earlier to fight us alongside her as a colossus.
What? Oh, it's the giant sad one.
It's the big sad.
Oh my god.
In order to combat the big sad, Verso pulls out a rock that lets Esquier fly.
Esquier! Sorry? We can fly?
How long was he planning on hanging on to that? Well, forgive him because it's going to make the next part of this fight really cool.
Oh, we're going on to the lady.
Here we go.
Oh!
God, this game is awesome.
Oh, damn.
The Paintress unleashes her whole power against the expedition. Nice counter right there.
Wow. We all looked tiny. I'm so confused.
The second phase of the fight has some of the coolest attacks in the game. In particular, it's amazing to watch the Paintress bend reality around her to try and stop us.
Oh, this is trippy as hell.
It's amazing how much of this you miss when you're locked in parrying to try and stay alive. I guess that's the nice thing about watching her do it for me.
Good work.
With careful parrying, she was able to only just barely squeak out a victory, but that's when it happened.
Okay. So, the big sad just fell. I still did not get my XP.
When the cutscene started, the panic began to set in. This fight has a third phase.
Okay, she fell.
Although, it's not much of a fight anymore at this point.
For those who come after!
The Paintress is far from capable of hurting us. In fact, she can't even stand anymore. Strangely though, instead of defending herself, she's defending us.
Protecting? I'm very confused.
My girlfriend could tell something was going on here, and that not everything was as it seemed. As a mercy, she defeats the Paintress for once and for all.
We did it! Nice!
Just as confused as the rest of the group about what just happened, Maëlle used the same power she used on Renoir to gommage the Paintress. It seems like there's finally something worth celebrating.
So did we save everybody? Did we save Lumière?
The Paintress, who caused the Lumerians decades of suffering, is finally gone. The number on the monolith fades away, stopping the countdown for once and for all.
It's being erased! It's over!
Finally free of the curse that afflicted them, Expedition 33 can plant the final flag. Not for those who come after, but because tomorrow comes.
For those who come after! That sounded an awful lot like the cane.
After everything we've been through, it's finally time to go home. Thank God Esquier can fly now, so this is going to be a much quicker journey in reverse. Upon their return, the expedition is applauded as heroes. It's a warm celebration, but it's bittersweet considering those we lost along the way.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. He fought hard for those who come after.
They've extended the lifetimes of all the citizens of Lumière, or at least that's what she thought.
She's obviously grieving her brother, but then also she's the mayor, and it's supposed to be like a joyous occasion.
It's finally time to learn what Verso knows.
My family, a facsimile of yours, and this world, a mirror.
A mirror?
Painted by your mother, the Paintress, to stave off her grief
Oh,
Seeing
damn.
our expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss. For in ridding the world of the Paintress, you'd lose the sole force standing against the one who would erase us. The one who invokes the flowers of the Gamache. An act of love. For he does love her. Your father.
What?
On her monolith, she paints a warning for us all. Of the few she can save as her power wanes.
The Paintress's number wasn't a threat, but a warning. And with her gone, there's no one to stop the Gamache from coming for us all.
Oh my god, it's happening now. No! No, Ciel! What?
Mael wakes up from one nightmare and into another. We're finally going to get some answers about what's been going on here.
Clea.
This whole time, Mael hasn't actually been Mael at all. She's been Alicia, the youngest daughter of the Descender family.
Alicia?
The Descender family hasn't been the people we've met so far, by the way, either. But first, let's go meet Alicia's older sister Clair, who can explain more.
Whoa, wait a second. Esquier? So these are all paintings. Were we just like living out a painting?
Unlike everyone else in this story, in classic oldest sibling fashion, Clair is more than happy to clear up any confusion, albeit in an extremely nonchalant and blunt manner.
They're still fighting each other inside the canvas.
So let me break it down for you big sister style. The world we've come to know so far isn't our world. It's a painting. Not just any painting, it belongs to Verso. And not our Verso, but the real Verso, who we've been getting hints throughout the story is actually dead.
He's not Verso. He's a painted copy built from our mother's memories.
He died in a fire rescuing Alicia, who, don't forget, is actually the girl we know as Mael. And their grieving mother, the woman we've come to know as the Paintress, escaped into Verso's childhood painting to grieve.
Help her do what? Run away and hide? She's already succeeded there.
Renoir, the real one, not the one we've been butting heads with all game, went in to try and get her back out.
As she weakens, Renoir is able to erase her oldest creations.
The crazy part? He's been the curator this entire time.
What the fuck is this thing?
He's been helping me a lot.
Whew. There's a reason my girlfriend labeled this section of the game Exposition 33.
So when Mael goes in there, she becomes Shadowheart's voice.
Yeah, that's correct, Taryn. The flashback we see fills in some of the gaps. Alicia went in to try and help her father, but got mixed up in her parents' quarrel. The aftermath was her being reborn in this world as one of her mother's creations, which is the character we know as Mael.
It's my lady's painting.
Well, you're about to be reborn in this world as one of Aline's creations. Have fun.
In the present day, our team succeeded in ejecting Alicia's mother from the painting, and that's why everyone in Lumière was gamaged by the real Renoir. The catch is that Alicia has grown rather attached to the Lumerians, so she's going back in to try and repair Verso's canvas. Lumière is a ghost town, and it seems like Verso might be the only one left.
Alicia.
Actually, I prefer Mael.
Aww.
I think I do too.
Now, with her memories restored of who she is, Mael returns in her true form and is determined to convince her father to change his mind.
Your father was right to erase everyone. It's better this way.
Better for who? Verso would never have wanted his canvas gone.
Unfortunately, he's not so easily swayed.
Getting your mother out of the canvas was not easy.
Wait, so he just wants to destroy?
once we erase the canvas, we won't
No.
have to worry anymore.
She's home now. Why?
You know your mother.
Renoir believes that the only way for the family to let go is to destroy the painting.
This is my home now. You can't just decide.
You're home? After all that with your mother, you want to stay?
I'm not going to lose myself if I stay.
I know full well you will, and I am not doing this again!
Do not destroy Verso's canvas. That is not cool.
In a move of desperation, Maëlle and Verso flee with Esquier to regroup.
Esquier!
Back at camp, Maëlle tries to embrace her identity as a painter herself and bring her friends back. Is that even possible? Apparently it's all in the swing of the wrist.
It's my team!
So what's the plan now?
Your hair.
Yeah, it's a new look.
The world is slowly being pulled apart by Renoir, and unless we're planning to let him have his way, the team needs to go and stop him.
You knew this whole time.
I kept trying to tell you to
fucking
ask him
coward.
questions.
You betrayed us.
We're gonna do just that, but with how powerful he's grown, we're gonna need to bring some backup. Since he's gommaged all the citizens and absorbed their power, the only help left is in the bodies of past expeditioners, since their corpses get left behind when they died. Maëlle and the gang travels to each of the previously visited locations to create the greatest expedition in history.
Time for the greatest expedition in history.
With that out of the way, she's waited long enough. It's time to go to Lumière and stop the curator. Several of his creations litter the city, but her expeditioner army is here to help.
Tomorrow comes.
Tomorrow comes!
Fittingly, the game's climax has her fighting her way through the very streets that all of this started in.
Yo!
These are the toughest enemies of the main story, and even with her expedition army, she's got her work cut out for her. Thankfully, her team has painted power equipped, so she's no longer capped to 99.99 damage. It's a long road to the tower, but this is also a victory lap where she can flex all her cool powers and abilities. At the end of the gauntlet, we can finally confront Renoir and the true final boss of the game.
We're fighting. The finale of Clair Obscur asks her to put everything she's learned on this journey to the test against the curator. Damage is uncapped, but she still needs to land those parries if she wants to keep her team alive long enough to set up one of her big combos. Expedition 33 said no.
Renoir was the one who originally painted the axons, and at half HP, he calls on them for help in the battle.
Summons the axons?
We must accept things as they are, not how we want them to be.
They buff him and attack our party, but the real problem is the Siren, which heals him back to full health after knocking out his health bar.
What? What?
It seems like a hopeless battle, but my girlfriend has an unlikely ally for this second phase.
Is the Paintress? The Paintress is back. She's on our side! Oh my god, she's helping us! This is so cool!
Look at Alicia, she can't be here. It's supposed to be you and me, not you against me.
Go home, Renoir. Go paint something else.
Why am I the only one who sees this?
The storm is coming.
Blades sharp.
Hey.
Aside, the canvas is killing you both.
Not this time!
Whoa! Damn, girl!
With Renoir finally beaten, he has no choice but to admit defeat and let Maëlle stay inside the painting.
Destroying the canvas won't help us move on. It'll just deny us the one place that helped us feel again.
This should be the time for celebration because we won, but there's something a little unsettling going on underneath the surface.
This is what I see every day.
Verso and my girlfriend haven't seen eye to eye for the entire game, but here at the end they both are finally on the same page. They're concerned for Maëlle because they can see that she is in fact intoxicated by the painting. She's at risk of suffering the same fate as her mother and becoming the next Paintress.
You're tired of painting, aren't you?
He's tired of painting.
I'm tired too.
Verso wants to erase the painting and free the Descendres from their grief, but Maëlle refuses and wants to protect the residents of the painting.
You lied to your father.
No.
You saw it too.
Both sides are equally tragic, and I'd hate to have to pick one over the other. The thing is, that's exactly what my girlfriend is gonna have to do.
Decide the fate of the canvas. Wait, I have to make a decision? Oh. I have to fight as Verso. We have to save little Verso. He's been painting so long, he needs to rest.
Siding with Verso here is a tough choice because it means sacrificing the friends and world she's come to know and love.
Verso, stop!
Oh, I'm sorry,
You can't just decide
Maëlle.
this for everyone!
It's
We're all
time for you to
hypocrites,
go out of the
doing the
canvas.
same thing to each other.
All of the people in the painting. I'm gonna have to say goodbye.
This is made doubly difficult since my girlfriend had Verso in the back row the entire game and neglected his pictos as a consequence.
I've lived a long time, Maëlle. There are things we could never outrun.
I'm so tired, Verso.
But so was little Verso.
Please, can we just go home and talk about this?
In a strange twist of fate, Maëlle, who was once her strongest character, is now kicking her ass over and over again while she struggles to learn to parry the very attacks she taught her in the first place.
Holy shit, girl, I don't know this one. How long have you been able to do that stuff? Seriously.
Poor Verso didn't even have painted power equipped, which meant he couldn't break the damage limit either. It made for quite the compelling finale, watching my girlfriend struggle just as much with the gameplay as she did with her initial decision.
I wonder how much that could do.
But that made the ending hit all the more hard when she finally got her. I find it so beautifully tragic that the Descendres creations spent 67 years battling grief and finding the hope to continue, while their creators themselves brought about those years of tragedy because they could not move past a death of their own.
Oh! I'm sorry, honey. You have to go home to your family now. Bye, Belle. Oh, Esky and Monogo. Oh, they're buddies. Oh, bye, friends.
Miss you guys.
Oh, damn. Bye, Verso. The whole world I just explored is gone.
In the end, saying goodbye to the residents of the painting is the choice to have faith that the family will find peace on the outside. In other words, to believe in those who come after.
Oh! It's the whole expedition!
Remember that tomorrow comes. Oh boy, this was another monster of a video, which I hope that if you made it this far, you enjoyed. If you'd be so kind as to like and subscribe if you did, it'd help the channel tremendously and will push the video to those who come after. Speaking of, if this massive video left you still feeling hungry for more boy meets girl content, I got some good news for you. Taryn and I stream her playthroughs of other games 3 times a week, so come on over to Twitch and hang out behind the scenes if you want to be a part of Expedition B&G. I also want to give a humongous thank you and shout out to our channel members and patrons who help make videos like this possible. Extra special thank yous to our 6th wheelers, Daniel Rogers, Gizmo, Isaac Vogan, David Webb, Mace, Gray is Sleepy, Taco Supreme, Parav Skittles, Envy, Cry, Regulus, Serena Sane, Blaze of Fire, Mist the Fox, Blondes, Shane Boy, and Cerberus. Thanks again for joining me on her expedition through Clair Obscur. It's a special game to experience for the first time, and it never quite leaves you, even after tomorrow comes. Cheers!